I'll tell you how strong Wilt actually is. One day up here, I found a flat on my car and no jack to change the tire. Wilt was only 17 then, but he started to lift the back of the car off the ground with his bare hands when I stopped him. I was afraid the kid would give himself a hernia. He once asked a well-conditioned sports writer, "Can you do a flagpole?" Wilt demonstrated. He grabbed a street sign pole and raised himself to horizontal, extended from the pole like a flag in the wind. I had the pleasure of working out with Arnold for half a year. During this period, he could not believe some of the things I did. He would not even attempt some of them. The one that really astonished him was when I'd put 5 50-pound plates on my chest while lying on an incline board and do up to 30 sit-ups. Zelmo Beatty found out recently that he can no longer take Chamberlain's great strength for granted. Unable to slow Wilt down with conventional maltreatment, Beatty tried to yank his shorts off. Wilt flicked an arm, and Beatty flew across the floor like a man shot out of a cannon. Referee Mindy Rudolph rushed over to him and said, "For God's sake, stay down, man. Don't even twitch a muscle."
What the f*** you gonna do? I'm gonna do this thing. Come on, my nigga. Security. Get your motherfucking security right
back here.
Mel was tough and rough, and anybody that kind of shoved him back, that was the last time you'd shove him because he'd come after you. Now, Mel was one of the strongest people I've ever met. You shake his hand, it might kill you. And he started a fight with Flynn Robinson. Well, I was on the court, and I saw 6 guys on our team come charging off the bench, and it's like they ran into a brick wall. They just stopped, frozen. And I wondered, what the heck is going on? I turned around, and out of the corner of my eye, I see somebody walking towards Mel. Well, it was the coach for the San Diego team. You know who that was? He picked Mel up. He walked right up to Mel, picked him up off the ground, and here's his legs are dangling like a little kid's. Had him in a vice, and and told him, "Now, Mel, you better calm down." Mel came back to the bench and said, "How come you guys didn't come on and help me with Wilt?" And Freddie looked at him and said, "You got to be kidding, right? Nobody's going to mess with..." Wilt was the strongest human being I've ever seen in my life.
It's a true story, but I was looking for help at IWC. That shocked me. But I could understand because Wilt Chamberlain was unbelievably strong. And he picked me up and started walking towards our bench. I knew I was done. You know, he was telling me, he said, there's no point in fighting. There's no point in, getting upset and changing attitudes. And I'm saying, "Yes, sir, Mr. Chamberlain." I understand where you're coming from. It's just I'm very emotional and I just lost my head. He said, "Well, are you squared away now? Are you going to behave? Mr. Chamberlain, you'll have no more problems."
Jim and I had a competitive relationship that was healthy for both of us. So I'm playing ball with him one time, and Wilt Chamberlain's up there, and I drive to the thing, and Jim slams me against the garage. Bam! I get up, I gamble up, and we grab each other. Next thing I know, we're in the air. Wilt got us, cut that shit up. So, okay, Wilt. I'm sorry, man. All right.
Wilt could do whatever he wanted to on the basketball court. Strong, palmed a bowling ball, a 16-pound bowling ball. Then put his fingers in the sockets and the holes, palmed it like that, and held it out.
We were at a match once, and he and I had a couple little disagreements. So I went off the court, and somebody else went on. It was the only game we lost. And we were in the locker room afterward. He said, "Don't ever do that." I said, "I'm tired of taking your crap, Wilt." And he came over and put his hand on my head and lifted me off the ground with one arm and said, "Never walk off the court again." And I looked at him and said, "Okay, Wilt. That'll never happen again." People talk about the strength of Shaq. I think Wilt could have picked up Shaq and thrown him through the hoop.